On my screen, it's not. Can you hear us now?
What are you doing, Twitch? There it is.
I hate these motherfucking updates sometimes.
I know. My OBS gets fucked up every time.
Well, I haven't even updated this one. I always wait till after, but I should have known something was
Alright,
up.
we're on.
Yeah, I know. I should have known something was up when I had to redo some stuff earlier in the week. I should have just been like, nope, better double check OBS.
It feels like every time I reopen OBS, I have to resize everything. Or at least, like, a third of the time I reopen OBS, I have to resize everything.
Maybe one of these days I will know these woes.
For now, nah. Don't worry about it. Unless you want to start doing production.
Well, no, I'm just, like, I still entertain, like, starting streaming sometime.
Yeah. Yeah, weren't you and Dina talking about doing something?
Dina? I don't remember talking with Dina about doing a stream.
Oh. Maybe it's somebody else she was talking to.
I mean, I wouldn't mind, like hanging out in a stream with Dina, but
Yeah.
yes, we get along pretty well.
Anyways,
We have
Mickey,
some
what
fun
you couldn't-
conversations.
Anyways, Mickey, what you couldn't hear is us say, no, it's not Flight of the Bumblebee, it's Flight of the Valkyries.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I said, Fly of the Bumblebee is the. That's that. That's Fly of the Bumblebee.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a challenge among guitar players to see who can play it the quickest.
Well, to be fair, it's a pretty manic.
Oh yeah, it's
tune.
very fast tempo.
Whereas Flight of the Valkyries is much more deliberate.
Flight of the Valkyries. Well, Y2K is here.
Hey, what you could. Yeah.
We're just having a chill day, relaxing.
Yeah, chill day. It was sunny here today, which means my apartment heated up like a motherfucker because it gets all of the sun.
Yeah, cloudy
I was
and
so cold
here.
today.
What was it?
I was
like
working
95?
outside. I was working outside the entire time. And all I had to do today was pull some electrical wire through PVC conduit, make up a couple of junction points, pull some category 5E wire, and hook up a Wi-Fi device. That was it.
Real quick, Y2K is saying that the music's loud compared to the mics.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
Bear with us,
What
we're
the
dealing
fuck
with
is
a
that
Rimshee.
sound? Oh, motherfucker.
Okay,
After
yeah, the
pausing the goddamn video, it started playing some shit. Like, fuck you, motherfucker. This is why I usually close these. Once I'm done playing the music.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, we have an Addy update.
Yep. I got the DM from her. I'm assuming you did too.
I just got the go ahead to share the info.
Nice.
Addie's legal name and gender are officially changed. According to the government, Addie is now under her new name and legally female.
Yep. Addie is officially an Addie.
Yeah, I still, it doesn't change what I'll call her.
What, a bitch?
But, no.
Oh,
Fucking annoying
must
pain
just-
in my ass, Pete. No, Addie's good people.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say a fucking cunt.
Glad we're all on the same page.
I wasn't gonna put it that way. On air.
Never having a female group. Well, I mean... Yeah, I guess you're right, Y2K. I'm not sure Yami actually counts.
Yami, we're not
Hey,
sure
Larry.
if,
Addie's
if
a
she is
cunt.
female.
Oh, Larry, you just missed it. Yeah, Addie's just changed their legal name and
It's
their
legally
legal gender.
identified as female.
So congrats to Addie.
Yep.
Pinky's up. That's
Big
ours
mon-
now, I guess.
Yeah. Well, fuck. They don't stream together anymore. They don't use it. Somebody's got to appropriate that shit.
Yeah, but we're still using the Scotch glasses.
Yeah.
Raise a glass.
And the fire extinguishers. Don't forget the fire
Oh,
extinguishers.
that's for bad things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's...
I'm talking about good things. Our good things
No,
is raise a
the
glass.
fire extinguisher is not for bad things. It is for funny things, though, which may be bad things that happen to other people, but it's amusing to us.
Always amusing to us.
Raise a glass, pinkies up, whatever.
We really should get that pinkies up emoji at some point.
Yeah.
Nick's not really using it right now. There's the glasses.
Yeah, there we go. Sweet. Oh no.
What?
Oh, I have too many windows open. Figure out which one was which so I can set shit
I was
up.
going to
properly.
say, God damn it, what happened now?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
No, when I heard you say, oh no, I'm just like, God damn it, now what?
Oh no. No. No, I just had too many windows open. I had to figure out which one was which for what I have to have pulled up. So, as many of you in the audience know, there's a new show that came out recently.
Yeah.
And yeah, Larry, who doesn't save corn tabs for later? Duh.
Politicians do all the time.
Yeah,
I don't. I just tend to remember where I'm going.
so does Alex Jones. Oh, it's not The Last of Us that we're going to talk about, Larry. Try again. The delay's taking too long. It's not Velma either. We're talking that 90s show. Released yesterday. So I watched I watched the entire first season.
Damn.
They're 20-minute episodes. It's only 10 episodes long.
Yeah, I miss the days when you actually had 15 to 20 to 25 episodes a season, and you actually had to come up with a storyline. And these were like half hour to an hour episodes.
Well, with commercials, it would be like a half hour. They're just doing
Yeah, it was like 20 minutes to 45 minutes, but still, I miss the days when you actually had fucking 20 episodes on average per season.
Yeah, they might up that though, because this was, it's a test run.
Yeah. Well, they technically, it's not a reboot, Larry. It's a sequel to that 70s show.
Yeah.
Heard it's not great. Well, we will find out we will find out Jable's impression, Mickey.
Yeah,
Jable's. What do you believe?
That 70s show.
As you have stated.
So yeah, they tried to do that 80s show in the past, Larry, but that thing flopped.
Yeah, it lasted like a couple of episodes?
Yeah. So here are the negatives that I have about it.
Ripping that Band-Aid off immediately, are we?
Yeah, because I have a lot more positives than negatives, really.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. Feels a little rushed. Feels a little energetic, a little speedy. Like people are doing coke a little bit.
Well, the little bit rushed, I would assume has a lot to do with the fact that it was 10 episodes.
Also the fact, 80s might have been
like,
prime, but there was still a lot of coke in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I also think a lot of it has to do with it wasn't filmed in front of a live audience, like that 70s show was. So they're not taking like that extra beat after the jokes for the audience to laugh.
Yeah.
I think
that would cause the timing to be a bit different.
Because I went and watched. Y2K and W, did you watch it? So I
Yeah,
watched
'cause
the entire season, and that's why I'm talking about it right now.
Yeah, if you didn't watch it, then shut the fuck up.
Yes. But that is something. It tries to play a little heavy on the nostalgia, but I don't think it went too far for like the first season of like a continuation series.
I liked the 90s.
Y2K, then don't talk shit if you haven't watched it.
Mainly because the 90s was my early childhood. But...
No, you can talk shit about the show. Just don't talk detailed shit about something that's incorrect.
Yeah. Don't say shit like, that 90s show is a show for worthless millennials who have false nostalgia for a decade they didn't experience but claim was vital to their development as mindless consumers. Or, a more accurate thing is, that 90s show is a continuation of that 70s show, which millennials enjoyed and actually has a pretty good format and show overall. That's more accurate.
Also, I liked the 90s.
Yeah, I like the 90s too.
I
I also lived through the 90s, so, you know, I'm not one of those fucking millennial worthless
I may
shits
have a
that you're
bias
talking about.
because it was my early childhood, but still.
Yeah, it was my... It was... I was in elementary school the whole time. I wasn't in high school, but...
Yeah, Larry E, acid, and shrooms. But people have always smoked weed, so they still do the circle thing. Yeah,
debatable, Larry. I would say that the 90s was the last great decade for rock music.
Yeah. Okay, you can take a shit about the 90s all you want. That's a...
I miss the weird geometric shapes of the 90s.
I do too. This takes place in 95. So it hasn't gotten... It's like right past like...
Yeah, right as you're getting into peak 90s.
Yeah.
Y2K is just a salty old crone.
Yeah. Quit being a bitch.
Also, Crab is here for some reason.
Yeah, hey Crab.
We complimented you earlier. Why did that? Is that what fucking summoned you?
Yeah.
We didn't even compliment him on air. The mics were off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Nobody heard that. Get fucked.
Okay. So honestly, that's one of my only bad notes about it. It is that it just feels very rushed. They don't have those like comedic pauses that I think are necessary for a line to really hit.
Yeah, the jokes don't have space to breathe.
There's a cheesy scene. Let me lay out the whole premise for the show. Eric and Donna's daughter is staying with Red and Kitty for the summer. That's pretty much it. So
yeah, like, it's great to have two of the best characters from the original show be part of the focus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're a big focus. There's like references, like Red's like, kid, I've already lived through this once. I know you're up to no good.
Yeah, he's got the grandfather instincts now.
Yeah, but like he's always been though, because
the grandfatherly experience.
But because it's his granddaughter, he is a little lighter on her. But he's always been lighter on his daughter and all the girls, really.
Mm-hmm. Which, you know, is a nice, you know, consistency to the previous writing.
Mm-hmm. It definitely hits some nostalgia for like love of the original show. The I'm getting more into like the good stuff that I liked about it. All the kids at first glance, they seem like they're going to be carbon copies of the original characters, but they're not. It's
that's good.
yeah. A lot of them are vaguely similar, and a lot of them have like it's like they took extremely base level traits and sort of assigned those to people, or like split them up between a couple people, and then they took all of the other traits of the characters, scrambled them up, and dished them out appropriately to all the characters. So I think that I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, I saw a clip of when they introduced Kelso's son.
Yeah. Yeah, Kelso's son is actually smart. Well,
He's got his mama's smarts.
Yeah, well, he does well in school. He's not necessarily.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like he's like maybe average, a little above average, not comically brain dead like his father.
Oh yeah, back to Red going a little easy on her, because he's always been easy on the girls. Is Kitty's a little harder on her than she was with Eric. So that's an interesting little twist. She becomes a bit more of the disciplinarian.
But it also kind of makes sense in the dichotomy of that family.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
And if you think about,
it
like,
fits with the characters. They're not like changing the character.
Also, the fact, the generation that Kitty would have been raised in, like previous to, like what we saw her in the original show. Like, her mind says, like, I have to raise you into a proper young woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The other thing is, I was a little nervous because there's like 2 Asian kids. The best friend / Hyde character is a black girl.
Hyde?
2 white guys. Huh?
Took me a moment to remember who Hyde was.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, sort of like the rough character. Here's what I enjoyed about it.
Thank you, Cats. Cats went with one biddy.
Oh, that's a Cats.
Yeah. Thanks for the bit.
You
Cats.
need no such thing, Cats. What you need is hibernation.
Sleep is for the weak. Here's one thing I did appreciate, though. If they mentioned race at all, I didn't notice it. Like, it was subtle, if they ever mentioned it.
Well, yeah, like, that's like, that's kind of like my whole thing. Is like, as soon as you, like, mentioned, you got a little worried when you saw these things, it's like, that's what I find incredibly depressing about, like, our current media culture. Because, like, it seems like anytime you see, like, oh, there's a person of this particular, ethnicity or, like, identification, it's like, and you're just wondering, it's like, are you actually going to be a character, or are you just here because?
Are you a character, or are you a token?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of representation in Hollywood is just exactly that. It's fucking tokenism. And it's frustrating.
Shoehorned in black guy it's the
like,
other thing.
Okay.
It's like, but anyway, we're not going to get into that. We're talking about the 90s show.
Well, we will talk about that a little bit more, because one of the kids is gay as well.
Which,
like,
they don't.
And that's
he a character?
They handled it really well.
Yeah, if he's a character and he just happens to be gay, cool, whatever.
Crab
put it well. A character or a caricature. That most of the time they put in a caricature.
Yeah.
Yep. Just a character. Like, you get the sense that he's gay and stuff. And he's even what?
I may have just had an earthquake.
Oh.
Shit.
I don't know for sure, because I can't tell if the house was shaking or if someone's stepping upstairs. And it was only for a brief second, so it would have been an aftershock or something.
Yeah. Okay. So with the gay character, they don't mention that he's gay. Like, all of the kids, they just know. Like, there's no, like, big coming out moment for him with all of his friends and stuff. They just kind of know.
Yeah, they know and they don't really give a shit.
And the only time they really talked about it was a few episodes in. I don't remember which episode specifically it was. I think it was like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 episodes in, so like halfway through the season. And he's talking about how he wants to come out as gay to Kitty because he's working his way up to come out to his parents, which I think will be a cool little arc overall. But it's like, so they kind of focus on him being gay there just because he wants to, like, one step on his plan to coming out to his parents is coming out to an adult that he spends some time with and stuff. That's not his family.
Which, that's fine. I mean, the main key there is he a person and then gay, or is he gay and then a person?
Person and then gay. This is like halfway through the season that they even mention that he's gay.
Well, no, that's kind of my point.
Which, again, that shows a level of restraint that a lot of current Hollywood writers just do not possess.
Yeah, and then other than like, there's like small little jokes that, you know, normal friends would do that are kind of put in like 1 per episode, maybe at the most. Other than that, but that wasn't even the main storyline of that episode. That was like a B storyline, was him coming out to Kitty. And yeah. So I thought that was really tastefully done.
Well, if that's the case, then I may actually take a look at this thing.
Yeah. People that made it seemed like they really liked the original. I think Leia, who is the main girl, Eric's kid.
Yeah, that sounds like it would be Eric's. What
yeah, I was going to say that's very appropriate.
Yeah, I think she gets away with a little too much. But it's, you know, first season, they're trying to figure things out a little bit. It just feels like it has some growing pains. And it seems like it's going to be an overall pretty decent show.
Yeah, like...
and a good follow-up.
What it sounds like so far is it just sounds like, you know, like this is going through like season 1 show problems.
Yep. Yeah, it's the original had Ashton Kutcher. That's how he got his break, was from the original.
And you know, compared to like some shit that's come out recently, I will take, you know, like run-of-the-mill season 1 growing pains.
Oh God, yeah. The fact that that's the only real issue I'm hearing with this. Fucking take it. I might actually take a look at this because
there's a few scenes that I thought were cheesy. Like I said, Leia gets away with a bit too much. It seems a little.
You
off.
could almost argue that that's kind of fitting because like the 90s was a lot of cheese.
Yeah.
Like, not quite as much as the 80s, but there was still a lot of cheese in the 90s.
Yep. A lot of the original characters showed up early in the season, but they only showed up for like a scene or two. Like, it was real quick. Just sort of...
Yeah, just like to let us know that they're still there.
Service.
They're still around, but like they're
not
the main focus.
She is hanging out with one of Kelson's kids. So... There's nothing wrong with cheese, but there's a way to do it, and I think they're doing a pretty good job. I'd rewatch the whole season in like a week or 2.
Yeah, I might take a look at it.
Yeah, because I'd like to see what other people think about it.
Oh, so there wasn't a small earthquake. Okay.
Was or wasn't?
There was a small... It was very small. It was only a 2.9. Which is why I wasn't even sure it was an earthquake.
Yeah.
That explains things. There's your problem.
Yeah.
I think it could have gotten to a 3.5 maybe, and that's when I would have started to be like, oh yeah, that was an earthquake.
Yeah, but Rimshee, since they're like 22-minute episodes, go ahead and check it out. Let me know what you think.
I might watch it with the wife.
Yeah.
I may have to trade watching that with watching Velma.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should make that trade.
Yep.
Because Velma is fucking abysmal.
Well,
They've
I found
somehow-
out that one of the wife's friends is a writer on Velma.
I'll sort of have to watch it as an obligation thing.
Ooh. Yeah, I forgot you mentioned that. I watched other people, like I watched EFAP and Heel versus Babyface react to it, and even watching them watch it, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, this hurts.
Like, I feel like I need to watch the first episode at least,
Mm-hmm.
but I generally like to give a show 3 episodes before I call it or continue watching.
Yeah.
And if I reach that 3rd episode and I'm still on the fence, I'll give it 1 more episode before I decide.
Yep. That's generally what I do.
I have very rarely been like, no, this first episode I'm not continuing anymore, or no, this is the 2nd episode, I'm just not going anymore. Even rarer are the times where I'm like, okay, this is the 1st episode, and I already know I'm gonna finish the season.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
Larry.
With that,
I'm sorry. I have to absolutely disagree with Larry. It is that fucking bad.
I haven't watched it, so I wouldn't know.
It's fucking hateful. It's vile, bitter.
I know I was hooked on that 90s show after the 2nd or 3rd episode when things felt like they settled down a little bit, because like you got to set up the premise.
Yeah, the
stuff.
first couple of... That's one of the reasons I'll give them 3 episodes at minimum, normally.
Yeah.
Because
But
the first 2 were usually so manic.
I still enjoyed the first 2. I still enjoyed the full setup. It was just... Actually, that part didn't feel rushed. That felt like it went pretty slow, in my opinion. Yeah, but like once everything was established and they were hanging out in the basement again, then it was like that's when things started to pick up, and that's where I started to really like it. Just had to get everything in place, all the pieces in place. Yeah. I mean, there's only 2 episodes of Velma out right now, so you can watch that.
I think the 3rd one most recently dropped.
Let me see.
Oh.
Who gives a fuck? I gave a fuck about Scooby-Doo, Larry.
Yeah.
A lot of American kids did.
Yeah, a majority of American kids have grown up with some version of Scooby-Doo because they keep rebooting it every few years since the 60s.
Also,
I'll
like,
say the
Scooby-Doo
way-
on Zombie Island was one of the best animated kids films I've ever seen. It was a great fucking movie. Love that movie.
I think one of the best live action versions of a cartoon like that is the first Scooby-Doo movie.
I wouldn't say it's a
fuck
great movie, but the fact that they made Scrappy-Doo the villain was an excellent choice.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's an excellent choice, but also they didn't fuck with the they didn't fuck with the characters like they are nowadays. I mean, don't get me wrong, they fleshed them out, but it still made some sense.
Matthew Lillard is a perfect Shaggy.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I also appreciated Linda Cardellini as Velma.
Yep.
I appreciated that a lot.
Yeah, I did too. I think a lot of people did. Hell, even fucking having Freddie Prinze Jr. as Fred and Sarah Michelle Gellar as Daphne. Yeah. It was just really great casting all around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't true Scooby-Doo, but
it was close.
It also felt it wasn't true Scooby-Doo, but it felt true to Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, it was made by people that enjoyed the show. I think that's
exactly. I mean, did the person who ended up being behind it all actually turn out to be using magic? Yeah, which is not exactly true to Scooby-Doo, but it worked out.
Well, the thing is that like we had a precedent for that because, you know, back in when Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island came out, you know, like that was like the first major time, aside from, you know, like the shit with like Vincent Price and Scrappy-Doo early on, which we won't talk about. But like that was the first time in like the major Scooby-Doo canon where it's like, yes, there is actually supernatural shit going on. It's real this time. You know, like that moment where Fred tries to pull the mask off of one of the zombies and accidentally pulls his head off is one of the best payoffs in the movie.
It really is. I didn't realize Zombie Island came out before the live action.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there were a few animated ones that came out, like Witch's Curse, which introduced the Hex Girls, who got very popular in fan communities.
Wasn't the Hex Girls weren't they trying to start their own show or a separate show for the Hex Girls or something?
I think they appeared in like one of the newer Scooby-Doo TV series a few times after their introduction, but I don't think they ever got a spin-off series. They've just been popular side characters ever since they were introduced.
Yeah, also the whole point of the live action movie was that it was real. Like,
yeah.
It also has to do with it being live action. I think that was part of the joke.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, you know, like there was precedent even before the live action movie, you know, like the supernatural shit being real with Scooby-Doo. So it wasn't exactly a new concept.
Did you ever see the Supernatural Scooby-Doo crossover episode?
No, I have not.
It's really fucking funny.
I feel like I have, but I can't remember it.
Yeah, they Sam and Dean get sucked into a TV, and they were watching Scooby-Doo at the time, so they end up in Scooby-Doo.
I would argue that Scooby-Doo has managed to maintain far more cultural relevance than something like Yogi Bear.
Yeah, I'm sure a bunch of people here will understand, hey, boo-boo! And that they'll know exactly what usually comes next. But most kids these days won't even know who Boo-Boo is.
Mm-hmm.
Or Yogi, for that matter.
Hey, boo-boo.
Doesn't give that picnic basket?
Yeah. But I couldn't tell you much else about Yogi Bear.
Yeah, you know, like, you know, I can remember fucking Huckleberry Hound. good luck finding people that remember him.
I remember Huckleberry Hound. I don't remember a lot about him, but I remember Huckleberry Hound. I mean, for fuck's
just
sake,
a really
the
chill
Jetsons
dude.
and the Flintstones. I guarantee you very few kids these days know about either the Jetsons or the Flintstones.
They might know about the Flintstones.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they might know about the Flintstones. Out of the two, that's the more likely one, in part because of the live action with John Goodman.
And their parents were kids when that came out.
Yeah.
So they probably showed it to them.
Maybe, yeah.
Yep. I will say though, I am grateful
that
for
and the
one
cereal.
thing.
They might know who the Flintstones are from Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, and they still
Also
do Flintstones
vitamins. Yep,
Yeah.
me and Jay will say at the same time. Yep, those are still a thing. I remember those commercials in the 90s.
But I guarantee you that if they know it, they won't know that it's from a TV show.
But
well, they might if their parents have like the boomerang.
Yeah,
I will say
there's
I am
a good
thankful.
chance that they won't know.
Yeah,
maybe it'll come up later. I hope not, but I am thankful for the fact that it looks like Scooby himself is not in this fucking show.
no,
Thank
the
God.
writer
You're
said that they're
wrong.
not.
It's Scooby with an I.
Yeah, no, they
And she is
Oh yeah, I forgot
Norval's
about
love interest.
Fuck. Well, the character himself, like the dog, is not in the show.
Yeah,
Thank
the
Christ.
writer said they're not putting Scooby in this.
Like because at this point I don't want him in this show. I do not want that for him.
Yeah, it's like from what I gathered, it seems like they're making a show and just painting a Scooby skin on it. That's what I
Like-
gathered.
It almost feels like it being like Scooby characters was like mandated at the last second. Because there's no reverence for the material. There's no respect for it. If anything, it despises it.
Yeah, I've seen some clip. Like I said, I haven't watched the show, so I'm not gonna make a definitive thing on it.
I saw the majority of the first 2 episodes, and it hurt. It hurt a lot.
Okay, and then yeah, and
I didn't even smile the entire time. It's just like, oh god, this hurts. The cringe.
yeah,
Fuck.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it this weekend. There's 4 episodes out now, by the way.
I ain't watching anything past what I watched. Fuck that.
They're only 25-minute episodes. I'll watch the full 4. I got time.
That's only 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, John
Yeah, it's
Goodman
the
as
length of
Fred
the movie.
Flintstone was good casting. The movies themselves weren't great, but he was good casting.
Well, it's
Yeah,
it's even less than that. It's just over an hour and a half, like the length of a movie.
Yeah, the casting was pretty good there. The some of the storyline choices were bad, but the casting was pretty good.
I actually like Rick Moranis as Barney.
Oh, I'm not arguing with that one either. That's good. I think the casting for those two was spot on. I think Betty was pretty good too. I forget Wilma. I think she
Yeah, I
was decent.
cannot remember the actresses' names right now.
For what?
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, the 4 main characters were all pretty good. But I think the story was pretty poor choice.
I mean, at least with the Harley Quinn show, like I've seen clips of that have made me like,
Yeah. I don't know. I've heard a lot of people like the Harley Quinn show. I've heard a lot of people don't like Velma. And it's not like a woke versus non-woke thing this time.
well,
It's just people aren't liking it.
Crab.
Well,
I guess it's nice to know that people in the TV and film sphere have not gotten over their Charles Manson obsession yet.
Yeah. Well,
I'll
it's
say
an
this: there
interesting-
is a certain element of woke versus non-woke, but I think it's mostly people straw manning the opposite side, and then there's a larger contingent that's actually trying to have an argument about it.
Mhm.
Oh, Mickey Wilma is Elizabeth Perkins, and Pav said that Betty was Rosie O'Donnell.
I do remember Betty was.
Well,
No,
that
wait,
was Mickey
that was
said that too.
that was Mickey both times. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that now. Anybody remember the Rosie O'Donnell show?
Rosie O'Donnell was looking good in that movie.
I distinctly remember her talk show because child in the '90s, but.
I
You
remember
know what I've
her
been
having
trying to
one. I
find?
remember actively avoiding it because it was boring.
I've been trying to find this episode of the Rosie O'Donnell show.
What about David Duchovny, Larry? Oh, David Duchovny's in the new Manson show. Interesting. I like David Duchovny already.
So, I've been trying to find a specific episode of the Rosie O'Donnell show where she spoils the ending of Fight Club while it was still in theater. It seems to have just been erased from the internet. Or it never made it, nobody recorded it at that time, so it never made it to the internet. But I doubt that. Media doesn't get that lost.
Yeah, if it was in the '90s, there was some motherfucker somewhere recording that on a VHS.
Yeah. No, there's like a gap for 2 or 3 weeks when that happened. Yeah,
You can't stand Rosie O'Donnell? What the fuck do you even know about Rosie O'Donnell, Skull?
Skull, you're way too young to remember, Harriet the Spy. Fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Harriet the Spy.
Yeah.
Back when Nickelodeon still made original movies and shit.
And I actually did good shit. I don't even know what they do anymore, to be perfectly honest.
Well, they kind of got fucked when they passed on Adventure Time.
Yeah. The only thing that they still have that's going that occurred while I was still child was SpongeBob. And I'm amazed that SpongeBob is still going. It's been going forever now, it seems like.
Well, they have a spin-off. They have a spin-off now.
A SpongeBob spin-off?
Yeah. Yeah, the original creator of SpongeBob didn't want any spin-offs. And then when he died, they immediately made a fucking spin-off. Which is fucked up.
You grew up with VHS, but okay, that doesn't mean that you know fuck all about Rosie O'Donnell, Skull.
Yeah,
and yeah, a lot of kids that were born in the early aughts, grew up with VHS because they were still all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Well, if you can't stand her voice,
VHS was the dominant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, VHS was the dominant, visual medium form for almost 20 fucking years.
Skull, if you can't stand her voice, never go to Boston or New York or Philly.
Yeah, also, as bad as, I don't even think Rosie O'Donnell's that bad. She ain't Fran Fresher.
Fran is a special case. Yeah, it's horrible nails on chalkboard grading, but at the same time, it's weirdly not off-putting.
When placed
Okay, I will give you that. I'm less likely to punch out Fran than I am Sarah Silverman.
I'm okay with Sarah Silverman.
Yeah, but that's still a funny scene.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm not disparaging Fran Drescher. She's got that typical nails on a chalkboard voice that everyone's gets pissed off at, and yet very few people actually get pissed off at her Y2K. It's because
Yeah.
there's something endearing about her.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, when placed in the right context, definitely. Like her role in Spinal Tap.
Yeah,
Oh, I remember.
I don't have the I don't have the visceral hatred for Fran that, say, like, Addie would.
Yeah.
Because Fran did the original commercials for Pizza Hut's The Big New Yorker, and Addie has still never forgiven Pizza Hut for that.
Yeah. Well, I'm Fran Drescher is just female Gilbert Gottfried.
That's, I wouldn't say she's quite as comedically talented.
No, I'm just talking.
That's not far off.
Voice-wise
That's not far
in
off. I miss Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah. Wait, what happened?
He's dead, Jables.
What?
Yeah,
When?
pretty sure we covered it on the show when it happened, what, last year?
No. God damn.
Yeah, I kind of would like 90s Pizza Hut back, Larry. Because 90s Pizza Hut was way more affordable than it is now.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut is fucking expensive. It don't make any sense.
Yeah, unless you're getting like their whole party box thing, not worth it. You don't get a good deal unless you're buying for 12 people.
Yeah, I remember watching a video about, like, the 90s pizza wars. Like, how everybody was going with the bigger and bigger pizzas, and they brought up the Bigfoot from Pizza Hut. It's like, oh, fuck, I remember the Bigfoot.
There was a program done through Scholastic in schools where, like, if you read a certain amount of books, you'd get a coupon for a personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut.
I remember that shit.
Read so much.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is that Pizza Hut charges, like, extra for pan, which is their original style of pizza. And that's bullshit. Why do I have to spend $2 extra to get the crust that started your entire fucking franchise?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, when I was a kid, because my school would have like computer lab days, or just like library time, when you're in elementary school. And one thing you could do is every time you read a book, you could go on the computer, and they have this program with like little mini quizzes about books. So for every book you read, you could take a little quiz about it to just sort of prove that you read it, and then you get like a sticker or something. And when I was in 6th grade, we had a teacher. It was his first time teaching full time, and he always taught in like cities and stuff. Before then, like doing, yeah, substitute teaching, all that jazz. But then, like, moved to my small little town, and he made a deal with us. Hey, if the class reads this amount and like passes this amount of like those little tests about the books, then we'll have extra recess or a pizza party or something like that. What he forgot to factor into his numbers for how many books we read was the fact that it's a small farm town and we don't have shit to do but read. And so we just got extra recess every Friday. Like
did
once
we
a
talk
month,
about
a pizza
food
party.
just now, or is Larry just talking shit?
We talked about Pizza Hut a little bit.
That doesn't count.
Yeah,
No, it has to go into a full tangent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
Talking
talking about... Okay, Larry, we were talking about Fran Drescher. Addie doesn't like Fran Drescher because of Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut used to be cool in the 90s. Then
I mentioned that I saw a video talking about the 90s pizza wars.
Yeah, and then we moved on.
And then I bitched about Pizza Hut being expensive these days.
Yeah, we
Here's
didn't
the
talk
thing,
about
Larry.
food, we talked about a company.
Yeah. Yeah, we mentioned their prices real quick. We moved on, talking about how I got free pizza for reading books. Now I'm talking about how I got extra recess.
If I had started specifically talking about like their products and like what I like to order and like what I usually get from there.
If we were arguing about whether or not stuffed crust was a good idea, sure.
Yeah.
I'd give it to you. But we're just talking about Pizza Hut, the company, and it was a totally succinct thing. It wasn't a totally removed tangent. I didn't ask a weird question like our Pop-Tarts raviolis.
Which
an argument for another day.
That does not count either, because that was not about the food.
It's an example.
Fuck yeah, Skull! Hippos for the US.
That was such a good tangent, and still fully on board. We need to do... Someone needs to do more
good tangent!
research.
That became the fucking show!
Yeah, it became the show. Well, sometimes the tangent becomes the show. How many times before we actually stopped even referencing any sort of news article did we go off on tangents because of a news article, and that took up a good 45 minutes of the show, if not more. The quote-unquote tangent became the show.
By the way,
I
that
think it was awesome.
Is so fucking good.
I am still amped about that idea from last week.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? We need to come up with a good hashtag for it.
You know, I actually told my coworkers about that this week, that there was a bill to introduce hippos to Louisiana.
Yeah, you said you were going to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna... So I found out there's a rewards program that the pizza place has. The pizza place down my street. That nobody signs up for except for, like, me. And I have, like, $200 racked up in rewards points. Just over the past, like, 2 years of just gradually getting them. Because every time I buy a slice of pizza, every time I buy a drink, every time I buy anything from there, it just gets racked into points. And yeah, so I've got a shit ton of points. I can just go there and drink for free now. But I'm gonna start sharing that at the bar.
Yeah, I agree with you, Crab. I too want to try the hippo meats.
Sounds really good.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I won't get into it because we might actually go on a food tangent if I do. But pizza has a lot of bread. Y2K. There's only so much that you can eat.
Yeah. Also, Y2K, I'm not over 250 pounds. And
also, what if
don't
that
eat
250 pounds is all muscle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you're this big, like, fucking Olympian looking dude.
What
like,
if you're the
look
Rock?
at yeah, how much does The Rock weigh? Like 325, something like that?
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
Yeah. Still won't admit that he does roids, but...
Oh, no, he's only 250, apparently.
Huh.
Or no, 260. So, are you gonna deny The Rock eating pizza?
Yeah.
Everybody eats pizza. Don't deny it.
Also, 250 pounds? That's fat, but not that fat.
And that's only if you're fat.
Well, yeah, it also depends a lot on your height.
Yeah, your height is a huge factor, because someone that's 7 foot, chances are pretty good they'll be
Yeah, if you're 7 foot and 250 pounds, you're on the leaner side.
Yeah, bones
Yeah.
are heavy when they're wet.
Ew.
That's a horrible way of putting it, motherfucker.
Was it horrible or was it the best?
I'm not sure.
Debatable. Debatable.
Oh. Fun fact, bones are porous.
Mm-hmm.
So if you
They
lick
have
them,
to be.
that's how you tell the difference between rock and bone.
Bones have to be porous to absorb
Shout
all
out to
that
Waffle.
wonderful
I hope
calcium.
he's licking rocks with the best of them.
Yep,
So-
Waffle still out there somewhere.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
Too long.
He may return to us one day.
One can hope.
I don't know, he used to show up every couple of months and then he just disappeared. Should hit him up.
Yeah. We should invite him on the show.
We did manage to summon him briefly during election night in the comments.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. Yeah, Waffle is super, he makes himself super busy. He's like living a whole life.
He doesn't have time to slack off because he doesn't slack off enough to give himself time to slack off.
Yeah, between his career that he's being successful in and his Jedi training and like rock climbing and hiking and shit. Plus I think he has a long-term girlfriend. I haven't talked to him in like 6 months, so
Yeah, last I heard he had a long-term girlfriend.
yeah.
But that's subject to the whims of
Anything
both
could have
parties.
happened. Anything could have happened since the last time we talked. Yeah. Crab. Waffle does those lightsaber fights, which is just fencing with cooler swords.
Yeah, he's even talked about getting into custom built lightsabers and shit.
Yeah. I think last time I talked to him, he was about to start like building his own and shit. So,
Waffle is a legend, crap. Especially in this community.
Yeah, he is a legend. He's also legendary and just as likely to be found as a legend.
Yeah. The Legend of Waffle, and then all of a sudden he shows up, and you're like, what the fuck? I didn't think you were real.
I thought you were like Bigfoot, or Santa Claus, or dentistry.
He is returned!
Yeah, but this show wouldn't exist without Waffle. So
The
we always gotta pay homage to
prophecies!
him. Yeah. Sometimes my mean brain thinks, I pissed off Waffle one too many times. That's why he doesn't come and hang out. And then I'm like,
God damn
no,
it,
never mind.
Y2K.
He's just busy.
Yeah, that would imply that Waffle takes you seriously enough to stay pissed at you.
Yeah. I got a mean brain. I just gotta keep it in check.
Yeah. And by mean brain, you mean that your brain's like,
You
you're
know
a piece
what you
of
did
shit!
and not safe for work, Y2K. You know what you did.
What, dude?
I'm not even really sure that you got to know Waffle all that much, Skull. It was kind of before your time in the server.
Yeah, you might
At least when he was most active.
Oh god. I remember
think
the
Skull
days
has
of
met him
him
a
being
couple of
on that
times.
side of the table.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you ever, like, get into a VC with him, you never forget the guy.
Well, yeah, because he's the only person that talks.
Hey, to be fair, that's only because we let him. And I'm more than happy to just let him talk.
Well, he's really good at it. That's the other thing.
I've literally just listened to him for hours in a VC. It's like, wow.
It's not hard to do. Oh, hey, God damn it, Skip.
What?
It was kind of nice. It was kind of nice having him on the show.
That's Skip.
Though, because, like...
What did he do?
He didn't use his regular guest role.
Are you talking about me?
Yes!
I just now went into, and I even replied to it too, which is funny. I just went into the during show chat and saw that and was about to drop down in, and then all of a sudden I popped up in here. Good evening, you all.
What? What did Y2K do? Skull, explain.
Yeah, Skull, explain. Because that'll be fun. You know what? I'm bringing Skull in. Hold on. Skull.
It is a scup, Larry. There's
what-
a scup here.
Hey, Skull.
Work.
What did, huh? What was that, Skull?
I was like, Rimshee looked at not safe for work. It made my curiosity peak. I took a look. Now I see why he was going to.
Well, what was it that you saw?
I don't want to talk about it.
Talk about it.
Talk about
Let us know what you saw.
Yeah,
The
talk
only
about it, you
way to-
bitch.
The only way to healing Skull is to talk about it.
Yeah.
Words are like bullets. I just let them pass right through me.
Let's go.
It was BDSM, Rosie O'Donnell.
What? I didn't quite hear that. Could you?
BDSM, Rosie O'Donnell.
And what does BDSM stand for?
No, I'm good.
You're good? You're not going to tell us?
I'm
Then
good.
you're not
I'm
good.
scarred enough.
Look up the definition.
Skull
for
is kind of
BDSM
innocent,
and
so
then
he might
report.
not know which each letter means.
Oh, I know. I sort of know.
I
See, you
I-
just proved my point!
not knowing what each letter means. That's okay. Knowing what generally, I wouldn't call
That
this,
is strange that Crab knows it.
I wouldn't necessarily.
Actually, it's not strange that Crab knows it, Skull.
Yeah.
No,
Well, it's
not.
not
actually-
strange.
It's pretty on par for anybody in our community.
Yeah, it stands for Black Dick
Well, it's-
Sucking Mindy.
Wait, how does that work exactly? Like, I want you to describe to me how that works.
Please, Skull, enlighten Skupper. He wants
No,
information.
Larry, Crab is the one that wants to be in the basement. Dina has proven
yeah.
this many times.
Well, that doesn't
Yeah.
mean that he doesn't have a basement.
Having actually met Mr. Crab, I will say he is a pleasant individual to be around.
I'm sure.
Yeah, he just says really stupid shit.
Constantly. Like, amusement parks shouldn't exist.
Yeah, we should all just go to museums instead.
I'll tell you what, you can learn something at a museum. Only thing you can learn at an amusement park is how to dodge puke on your favorite ride.
I'll never
No,
forget
you
it.
can
That
learn
is
physics
a
at an
necessary
amusement park.
skill, though.
You can learn physics at an amusement park.
That's true. You can learn physics at an amusement park. And
Yeah, like modern roller coasters are marvels of engineering.
You can also learn how to sneak the opposite sex into the bathroom for a couple of minutes.
Speaking of roller coasters, you know they're getting rid of Splash Mountain?
Rimshee,
Yeah,
did I?
it's no longer going to be based on Song of the South. It's now going to be based on Princess and the Frog.
Yeah, which is
It's still Splash Mountain.
I'll tell you that, like, I got to admit, the Princess and the Frog doesn't get enough, and not because of any other reason. But the only reason I'm saying this basically is because the Princess and the Frog doesn't get enough credit. It's a really good movie.
It is. It's a really good movie. It's also the last movie. It's the last movie that Disney did as an actual hand-drawn animation.
Yeah. Did it now?
It also has one of the most intense villain deaths in any Disney movie.
Yes, and the villain's perfectly
hold on, Larry, I gotta stop you there. Might wanna word that a little differently.
Larry, what did you do?
Larry,
I'm not gonna say it on stream.
I'm assuming he's talking about the video where the chimpanzee uses the frog as a fleshlight.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's a thing that exists.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's a chimpanzee that uses a frog as a fleshlight.
I have one word that sums up that whole scenario. Fucking furries.
Yeah. So
that's two words.
It just goes to show,
Larry, I know what you're talking about.
If anybody ever questions
characters depicted in Princess and the Frog,
yeah.
Crab, you do want to look this up because it's horrible and you must experience the horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, like for anybody that questions,
the frog's dead by the end.
For anybody that questions, it's like, are we really that closely related to chimps? Yes, we are, because they are degenerate as fuck as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they just don't have like.
They decided to stay as chimps.
The frog croaked.
Oh
fuck you. Damn it! Really?
Fuck you.
Oh no.
Technically it's not Mr. Hands, but for a frog, because the frog wasn't willingly doing that.
Yeah.
Go suck a big gobstopper, and keep that mouth closed for a very long time, you silly sod.
Gobstopper being what they call jawbreakers over there.
Yeah.
Well, because it stops your gob.
I'm gonna.
I haven't had a jawbreaker in a long time.
Why are you posting
Oh, you know what's funny? I don't know if this happened after we started talking about Princess and the Frog or before, but I just realized my son is watching Princess and the Frog.
Crab, I would ask you to remove that link, just for safety's sake.
Yeah, post it in the Discord like a normal person.
Yeah, you know better than that.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Belongs.
I don't want to tempt the Twitch gods.
Yeah, Twitch is starting to crack down a little bit more. So is YouTube.
I'm just gonna poof that real quick.
I'm trying.
Can he poof it? He's a mod.
It is not letting me poof.
Because he's a mod.
Damn it, Crab!
Alright, I'm gonna fix this because...
Only the host can, Larry says. Who has host privilege?
That would be Rimshee. I guess I do too. Do I have it up? That's...
Not surprising, but also not an excuse. But I will accept your apology, Crab.
How the fuck do I get
For
rid of it?
now.
The good thing about Crab is we know he's sincere.
Well, since he's been here, I guess so. No one
Well-
can delete it. Why can no one delete it?
That speaks more to the people that run YouTube than anything else. Y2K.
Unmod him and remod him.
I have unmodded him to try and remove it.
Wait,
Oh no.
are we on YouTube or Twitch right now?
Twitch.
We're on Twitch.
Okay. Thank you. I'm trying to find the password for my Twitch account because I'm old and dumb.
No, you're not.
I
dumb.
just never sign out.
Crab,
Well,
delete that.
my-
Please delete that.
My
I have been signed into Twitch now continuously for like over a year.
my Microsoft Service tablet that I usually use for stuff like that is in the car right now, so I'm using my husband's iPad. Yeah,
What the fuck?
and now I'm waiting for an email so I can confirm my email address.
What the fuck, Twitch?
Yeah, they changed their shit up.
Like, how the fuck do I delete a message, Twitch?
Send them a support ticket.
You
That
should
always-
be able to modify your own. You should be able to delete your own, Crab.
Yeah, Crab, go ahead and delete it.
What the fuck, Twitch?
They changed something. Why can't we delete shit? This is fucked
Yeah.
up. I can pin the message.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
what the
fucking
hell,
wonderful.
Reply to
Twitch.
the message.
It's like if a channel provides mod powers to someone, they should be able to get rid of their messages, even if they're mods.
But you
that
can
just
do this
makes
on
sense.
YouTube, can't you?
That makes basic sense, Twitch.
Yeah,
It's not
YouTube
going to
makes
show
it
up
real
on
easy.
YouTube. This is not an issue on YouTube. This is an issue with
Well, yeah,
Twitch.
because we never show chat on screen, but
Yeah.
also it's
I know,
a
I mean,
completely
like-
unconnected chat.
I was just saying that YouTube has the option for you to delete your own comment.
Hey, Larry, you know how to delete stuff. Crab's no longer a mod for now. You try to get rid of it?
Yeah, purely temporary.
Oh.
See, this is what I didn't want to know. I didn't want to have to do any work. Thanks, Crab.
Hold on.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, fucking. I fucking blame I
What the
fucking
hell?
blame Twitch.
Sorry.
I blame Twitch as well. And Crab.
Okay, hold on. I think I found it. So, yes, I found it. Okay. Boom. All right.
Yay!
Yay!
With all right, all the mods, I want you to listen to me now.
This includes you, Crab. You're remodded.
Yeah. So, what you need to do is you need to click the cog next to the chat button. You need to scroll up to the very top, and there's going to be a thing that says Show Mod Icon. You're going to want to turn that on.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, where is this?
So,
Alright, so just click on the cog, and at the very top, under like My Preferences, then there's going to be Show Mod Icons, Show Moderation Actions, Show Messages Caught by Automod, so on and so forth.
Yeah, I've got all those turned on.
Ah, damn
Okay.
it, Twitch.
And you're not seeing the little trash can to the left of the username?
Oh, that.
Yeah.
We're just gonna delete Crab.
You know, Crab, you would think it would be automatic. There are a lot of great things about Twitch chat. Making moderation easy is not one of them.
Must be nice.
alright. Cool! Now that solves that.
All right. I'm glad most of our mods were here for that. Crab. I don't know, turn it off and on again.
You don't even have to hover over the names. They're just to the left of the or hover over the message. The icons are just to the left of the name.
Yeah, you'll see 3 icons. It's a ban, timeout, and delete, which is a trash can type thing. Okay, well, I'm not even in the mod view right now, so I don't... What does it look like in mod? Or am I?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I'm in mod view, and I don't see any little cogs anywhere.
Okay, go to the
Oh.
top of chat, and it's the 3 vertical dots.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I clicked on that, and I said all the things are turned on.
Yeah, show mod icon should be there, and it should be good to go.
It is engaged. But I
Oh,
will
you
turn
know
it
what?
off and
Doesn't
turn
show
it back
over your
on.
own name, though. That's weird.
Huh.
Very mature, Jables.
Oh, peak. Oh, soup.
I didn't just want to type test again.
That would be just weird.
Yeah. Now, here's a question. Can I delete? Ooh, unable to delete. You can't delete your own. Okay. At least,
Crab
yeah.
Crab
YouTube
says he
chat-
tried to delete yours, and it didn't work.
Yeah. All right, we're
So-
learning things here.
Welcome to the Learning Channel,
Banana.
TLC. Next week, we'll talk about that one girl that stopped aging at 8, but now she's 25 and is having trouble dating. That's an actual thing that TLC had for like 2 episodes, and the people like this is too weird.
Yeah, like when the channel that's still, well, they don't still do it, I don't think, but like the channel that gave us things like toddlers and tiaras and dance moms, when even they find a line that they can't cross, it's just like,
That's special.
Thanks, Larry, for posting the more you know.
The more you know.
Yeah, Twitch gets like a -15 on a scale of 1 to 10 in my book. But I'll tell you what, they're a good streaming platform for people like us.
You mean
Yeah, well, they make,
degenerates with nothing
like,
better
okay,
to do?
so
Exactly.
so here's why Twitch chat is great, is because it doesn't have buffering chat like YouTube does. If you watch a YouTube stream, you'll notice all of a sudden like just a ton of messages drop all at once. That's because it has like a ranked buffering type system. Twitch chat, it's just here's a chat, here's a chat, here's a chat. Yeah, there's all the chats look pretty much the same. There's no like color differentiation between people on YouTube, and it's
So are you saying that Twitch is racist?
Well, considering it chooses
Are you
color
saying that
at
they're not?
random.
Plead the fifth?
Yeah, I plead the fifth. I'm also going to invoke the Fourth Amendment.
That's a rare one.
I'm gonna invoke the Third Amendment.
Isn't that your right to privacy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
While you're invoking the Fourth, I'll invoke the Third.
Yeah.
What is the third?
Uh-oh.
The right to not have soldiers billeted in your house.
Yeah. Okay.
The second is no.
Yep, not having to host military personnel if you don't want to.
Yeah, you know what? Rimshee? Next time you come over and we have a little sleepover, I'm going to kick you out halfway through the night. I'm going to invoke the Third Amendment.
That only applies to active duty personnel.
Ooh.
Oh, blah blah blah. You and your CFR.
You and your
your
Bill of
knowledge.
Rights. Bill of Rights literacy.
Yeah, you silly goose.
Hopefully, if I tell you to get the fuck out of my place, you'll just go as like a good person.
Yeah, just with the little knapsack over your shoulder, the theme from The Incredible Hulk starts playing.
Hey, I mean,
You didn't walk into anything, Yami. Don't ask questions.
It is a heartbreakingly beautiful piece of music attached to a very silly show.
You know what really gets me on the pieces of music? I think it's Samuel Morris who did Adagio for strings. Have you heard that piece? I bet you have, and you just didn't notice. Have you ever seen the movie Platoon?
yes.
Yep.
You know, at the end of the movie when what the hell's that actor's name is getting all shot up by the Vietnamese while the helicopter flies
Willem
away?
Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe, yeah. The music that's playing there is Adagio for strings.
Yeah.
See, we learned something else new today.
Yep.
Okay, so Crab, states' rights doesn't apply to the Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
States' rights? Uh-oh.
Oh wait, no, because he said he was invoking the 10th Amendment. Never mind.
Yeah.
I take that
I was
back.
talking
Yeah,
about
the 10th
the
Amendment. The 10th
Sorry, go
Amendment is anything not explicitly stated as being within the purview of the federal government within the Constitution. Anything not contained within that is explicitly stated as going to the states.
Yeah, I thought he was. I didn't read the previous thing, so I thought he was just going states' rights. I don't have to respect the Bill of Rights. I'm like, hold on.
Oh, goodness. Y2K, that is a gem right there. The War of Northern Aggression.
All this talk of the amendments make me want to watch National Treasure again.
Go for it.
I just watched that recently.
It's a fun movie.
Yep.
The second one's pretty decent too. It flounders a bit at the end.
Yeah.
National Treasure.
The thing is that Y2K is not entirely wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What'd he
know.
say?
That's why it's funny.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a very enlightening video.
Now I got
on
that
not too long ago.
platoon song stuck in my head.
Oh, and by the way, Larry, you were absolutely. I saw the name. I knew you were right. I just didn't say anything. It's a secret.
Well, now it's not because you said it out loud.
All right.
Oh!
Well, sir, you're absolutely correct.
Of course I am.
Does anyone remember what the 8th Amendment was?
I have like a. Hold on. I guess I could use Google, but I have a copy
I
of
could pull it up.
the amendments on my wall.
I think it's about excessive bail.
Yeah.
Or no, it was about cruel, unusual punishment.
You will not be cruelly or unusually punished unless the government and tyranny
You
has.
were right, Sko.
Here, Skull. I have a song that you can get stuck in your head instead. I just DM'd it to you.
I feel like
don't.
we on a serious Saturday we should just go through the Bill of Rights and talk about all of those.
We've talked about
amendments.
doing that before.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. I'd be down to do that and just discuss it.
I was told
Also-
not to. I still clicked it.
Well, that you're a fucking fool. Then you brought this upon yourself.
Oh,
Great
man.
song. I sent it to
Also-
Steph, too.
Just explaining to like Americans, like people that live in America anyway. It's like the fact that the Bill of Rights, the government does not give those to you.
No.
They are
No,
not something
okay,
that your
so,
government
Larry-
can take away from you.
Yeah,
Larry,
the
the-
Bill
the-
of Rights aren't to grant you those rights. They're to protect those rights from the government.
Exactly.
Yeah. Everything else in the Constitution is more of a grant. But yeah, they forgot a lot of shit. They only wrote 10, dude. Like,
Only 10?
what? Let's give them some credit that the 10 are pretty good.
Oh yeah,
there were a lot of.
the founding fathers had a fairly good amount of foresight.
Okay, is everyone just... What the fuck just happened?
What happened?
Fuck if I know.
Rimshee did a Rimshee.
No, I did nothing.
Exactly.
I don't know
Oh,
what happened.
Twitch is trying to shut us down for talking about the Constitution.
I don't think that was Twitch. I think that Discord was having a conniption fit for a moment there. It was like, you're connected, you're not. You're connected, you're not. You're connected, you're not.
Oh yeah, that happens to me sometimes too, where it just goes in and out. And you have to like restart Discord.
Oh, I didn't even
Discord,
restart it. It came
whee!
back on its own.
Yeah. That was weird. Okay. So yeah, Rimshee. Yeah, let's do a Saturday. Let's do a serious Saturday and do Constitution talk.
I am totally cool with that.
I'm down
we
to
can-
listen.
We can go over the Constitution, and we'll have it in. We'll be displaying it while we're going through it. But
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the format's already there for us. We don't even have to do any research. We can just talk about it.
yeah, the research is something we can do on air. But
Yeah.
depending on how far we get, it could end up being a multi-serious Saturday thing.
That'd be
Well,
pretty.
yeah, because if we want to go through the entire Constitution, there's what, like 30 something amendments.
I still can't find my pocket edition.
I could definitely use a good constitutional refresher and a Bill of Rights refresher. It's been a while since I've read.
Yeah, it's 27. It's been amended 27 times. Okay.
Yeah. And one of those amendments was just to completely get rid of one of the previous ones.
Mhm.
Yep.
Which is kind
We
of strange.
know-
Okay, so it's 20. Looks like it's 27.
So what? You
No,
want to do that? in
it's
like
really
a
not
week or
that
two?
strange, Skull.
What was that,
We're not-
Rimshee?
Digital.
Do you guys want to do that in like a week or two?
I think we should do it in 2 weeks. If we do it in 2 weeks, I will be there. And
Let me check my calendar.
Rimshee and I might not have time next weekend.
Yeah.
I'm still out of work, so I have free time.
Love to be a part
Yeah,
of
let's do it. Yeah, we could do it on the 4th, right before my birthday.
Yeah, first weekend of February. I'm down.
Oh wait, no, never mind. It's February.
You said the
Fuck
4th?
Wait, your birthday's in February too?
No, it's in March.
Oh.
I'm just dumb.
that. My birthday's
Damn you, Jables.
in February. I'm an
Really?
I'm an Aquarian.
I'm an
Wait.
Aquarius.
What anime titties are you looking at on a Saturday, Larry? Send me links.
February.
You know what?
Now the only
It's
question
actually
is,
funny that
when
we'd be
do we-
doing it in February.
What time do we want
because,
to do this? Is the only question.
Huh?
What about noon? What if we started at noon? Then we could go until we get tired of doing it.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Like eat some
All right.
lunch or 30.
We'll talk more and post updates. But yeah, noon sounds good.
Right now I've got it scheduled for the 4th at noon. Everyone, noon West Coast time. So
PST. It would be noon West Coast time. It would be
It would be 3 o'clock for me.
You
East
are-
Coast.
Shit.
Everybody else figure it's like 8 o'clock.
2 hours.
Yummy, what have I told you? You're not dumb, you're ignorant.
Well,
That's harsh.
also that's why you should watch the stream when we go through the Constitution,
yeah.
because
If
then
we,
you'll be less dumb.
Yeah,
Ex-
that's the thing that I pointed out. It's like a lot of Americans unfortunately don't realize what the Bill of Rights is and what it affords them.
I'm surprised I was able to figure out what the 4th Amendment was.
Yep, that's correct, Crab. Noon Pacific time.
PST.
No, because if it's 3 p.m. for Sir, then it would be 4 p.m. for me.
Yes, that would
What?
be 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 2 p.m. Central Time.
Do I need
Skull,
to go?
how the fuck do you
40
figure,
PM Eastern.
Skull?
do I need-
Because every single time we go to Indiana, I always have to set my clock an hour back.
What? No. Indiana's on Eastern Time.
Okay, do you know what Greenwich
No,
means?
because I
Does anybody know what Greenwich?
No, Skull, you're just wrong.
Yeah,
Do not
GMT.
argue with me on
I
this.
know.
Yeah. I can explain this and about the Royal Time Observatory and how its great ball moves up and down at noon every day.
Wait, hold on.
Are you checking to make sure I'm not full of crap?
Oh, wait, hold on. Skull, do you go to the northwest corner of Indiana? By the lake?
The thing is, Crab, is that for a long time, part of the state was in Central Time and part of it was in Eastern Time.
so we
but-
probably went to the central part.
Well, the thing is that there isn't a central part anymore. Is because the state legislature standardized on Eastern Time, I think 15, 20 years ago.
No, in most maps I'm seeing, there's still the northwest corner is still Central Time.
Well, yeah, that particular corner, because it's like that part of Indiana is essentially an extension of the Chicago metropolitan area.
Yeah.
And Chicago is on Central Time.
Chicago. You know, I went to Chicago one time.
But like the entire rest of the state, at least at this point, is Eastern Time. And has been for a while.
I took a boat tour in Chicago.
And like I agree, Crab, it is strange because Alabama, which is on Central Time, is directly south from us.
Bama?
Kentucky and Tennessee are also on Central Time. They're directly south of us. It's a commerce thing. They wanted to be on the same time as the New York Stock Exchange, essentially.
Also, keep in mind, there is a good probability that any constitutional Serious Saturday will have some politics creep in.
Yeah, it will. There's a possibility that might happen, but if we all do our...
we won't shy away from it.
Well,
we'll
no,
just try and keep it.
Well, yeah.
We already
Serious
said
Saturdays is for stuff that we don't cover on the show normally.
Yeah,
so
Serious
politics
Saturdays
is
can be
perfectly
political.
acceptable.
Yeah. Because, you know,
It's
it's hard not to be political when you're talking about the founding document of an entire nation's governance structure.
Precisely.
We're gonna try and avoid being as...
And, you know, like,
well,
I imagine it would get a bit political because there are a bunch of people that politicize the Constitution.
Yeah. Well, we would try and
especially
avoid...
certain amendments.
Well, I think one thing that we'll do is we'll discuss, like, certain interpretations of things.
Yeah.
But not, like, you know... We'll try to keep that to a minimum.
It's not going to be a political argument, I don't think. I think we're all grown adults and just go through the thing and say, hey, you know, this is probably going to affect this in this way and this, that, and the other, without going, well, I'm a Democrat, or I'm a Republican, or I disagree with that. Or, you know, even if we do disagree, like, you don't have to bring the general political argument of I want to be angry into it. You know what I mean?
Larry.
Some of the stuff will end up being political, bringing up political discussions, such as the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, those sorts of things. Those will most likely be the ones that bring politics into it. But it'll mostly be in the process of talking about some of the history of it.
Yeah, and why decisions were made for the reasons they were made.
Yeah, hold on. I have to address it. Larry, if you think we're not going to put some sort of entertainment on top of the educational part of it, then
Suck a dick, suck a dick, suck a
Yes, Crab, we did talk some politics when we were in Albuquerque, and I think we had a very civil conversation.
Well, we've only had 3, Larry. Maybe 4?
I want to say 4.
Yeah, there were a lot of them were slightly impromptu. Like, we should talk about this on Sunday.
The last major one we did was parasocial relationships, and we had Nick on.
Yeah, and
I thought the last one you did was with Addie.
We did a bunch.
Yeah, we did that with Addie.
Yeah, she was a part of that one too.
Okay.
There's one that's unlisted that we did.
She was kind of the one that prompted it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah, there's one that we have unlisted, per Addie's request. We might edit it down to get rid of like some of the stuff that Addie doesn't want out there anymore. But as far as it is right now, it's unlisted.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing we're a completely unknown channel.
Yeah, but like I told Addie, I won't private it or delete it, but I'll unlist it because I still think it's like important to be available to people if they ask. But
I would agree with that. I wasn't there.
Plus,
but
it's like our kind of our policy to not like delete things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
looking at
This
the
was a
time.
fun night.
Yeah, I think that's our show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I
everybody.
have to run and get my phone charger because I left it at my mom's place.
All right.
Ish.
Yeah, an obscure right-wing podcast. The show that started off with celebrating a trans person getting their name legally changed and their gender recognized by the government. Yeah, real right-wing of us.
exactly.
Yeah, having 2 weeks will be nice because that gives me time to find the correct backgrounds and whatnot for doing the correct layout for this Serious Saturday.
Yeah,
Cool.
And Jables can
2
find
weeks
some
of good-
music intro or
Plus-
something.
Yeah, I'll find something because it's also gonna be Black History Month.
Might just need a friendly reminder, just so I don't forget.
We'll post like reminders and stuff for everybody.
Hey,
And
Jables,
we'll remind everyone next week and the week after.
Yeah.
So if you aren't watching the show, you won't get a reminder.
Yeah, join
Watch
the Discord.
the show.
Join the Discord, you'll get a reminder there. Follow me on Twitter, you'll get a reminder there. Watch the show, you'll get a reminder there. And then I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I do too. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, I want to go eat
This
food.
has been the Lesser Saints of Discord. Thank you everybody for joining us. Glad we all had like a good learning experience with Twitch just fucked over all the mods by hiding the buttons.
We're gonna go
Dumbest
ahead and
thing.
raid Advance to the Rear.
This was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, enjoy Advance to the Rear. And everybody have a good night. I'll see you next week. We'll see you next
Bye.
Bye.
week. Bye.
Later.